It is definitely different. Well, I guess time to start. Three, two, one, action. Hello, welcome back to my live stream. So for today, obviously, as you can tell from the title, I am drawing today. So I just finished my sketch for today, and really though, all we gotta do now is just add some color to it. Start now. If you know me, first of all, if I always start with the black pencil because I like to outline things in black, just because I think it helps give it a little more detail. If first I gotta find my pencil sharpener. Where did you go? Oh, please tell me you're not missing. Oops. Great way to start the live, huh? Okay. Oh. Okay, first off, please forgive me. I'm a little bit sleep deprived. And by that, I mean, I just, I don't know. My sleep schedule has just been, if you know me at this point, you know for a fact, I talk about how I have a really weird sleep schedule at this point. And really, though, it's just, yeah, it is literally just me. But, anyways, back to what we were doing. So, luckily, okay, so I found the pencil sharpener, and now we can actually start outlining the lines. As some of you who's been watching my live streams for a while now know that I basically use the black pencil just to help like give it a little more detail. I feel like it does help it just pop a little bit, but yeah, I just hope it turns out well. I'm not expecting like Picasso level or anything like that as usual. I'm just hoping it turns out like, like I'm proud that I made it. Let's see. Okay. So here's what I got so far. Let's see. So what's been going on with me? So first off, I wanted to say sorry that I wasn't live yesterday, or if I was live, like, here's what I got so far. Somewhere in the middle of the live stream, though, I was live a little bit yesterday, but then I ended up with the stomach bug. And by that, I mean I don't know what happened. I just got like sick all of a sudden yesterday. Like I had basically like a 24-hour bug thing, but now it's over and yeah. And here's the thing though, I generally do not know how it happened. Like maybe I had ate something bad or I don't know. But anyways, now I'm here live. Hello. Now I'm here and I am drawing today, which I love doing because I just think like art really helps. Ooh, I love your art. I'm also an artist. Oh, that's cool. Hello, Holly. How you doing? So this is what I got so far. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, yeah, I generally forget the number of people who are subscribed to my channel, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I know I like hit over 2,000, but that's as much as I know. But yeah, so if you know me and if you know me while going live on here and seeing me do art, I mainly start with like using the black pencil just so that way and just sketching it out a little just because I feel like it helps give it a little bit more detail. Not saying like it didn't have detail before, but I feel like using the black color kind of like helps it pop a little bit, if you know what I mean. Like it just helps like bring out more of like what I'm trying to draw and show you. But yeah. Do you play Roblox? No, I do not. I do not play Roblox. I am very sorry. I don't play Roblox. And it's not that like I don't like Roblox or anything like that. It's just that video games and me just kind of don't mix well. And by that, I mean I rarely had a lot of interest in video games, although I did used to play Tetris on my school laptop. Eh, School laptop. I used to play Tetris on my computer back when I was in high school. And when I was in elementary school, we used to have this game, or like it was like a video game website called Cool Math Games. I think that's what it was called, Cool Math Games. And yeah. And basically, if we were like in the computer lab, we would always just mess around with it, if we had time, of course, because that's basically what had happened. So if any of us had like an assignment that we had to do in the computer lab and we finished up a little bit early, and we still had extra time, a lot of us would end up getting on cool math games, just so that way, we could play it. Yeah, it was pretty fun back then, I guess. But yeah. Wait, has anyone here ever played cool math games before? Like, have you ever um played cool math games, like the website when you were a kid? I want to know, have you done that before or no? I'm very curious because yeah, I'm very curious to see like if anybody remembers cool math games or anything like that when they were younger. or or maybe in like my generation at least. Okay. So I was born 2001. Okay, I was born 2001. I am 24, almost 25. And yeah, when I was in elementary school, we used to have cool math games, and basically, I don't know why, but literally cool math games would be like what everyone would want it to. Okay, so here's what I got so far. Yeah, so Cool Math Games was basically a website that everyone was basically obsessed with. And I don't know if like how the teachers would react to us playing Cool Math Games. I just assume, they didn't mind or anything like that. Hello. But yeah, that was just something I guess very popular or very common back when I was a kid, and now I'm in my 20s, and I kid you not. Excuse me, sorry. So, what are you drawing? Sorry, I just joined. Oh, so I'm currently drawing this. It's a little sketch. It's a little sketch I'm making. Yes, and also I also post these just FYI. I always post these like after, so that way you can comment on my post and tell me what you think, and what you like or dislike, or maybe what would you've done differently. Yeah, that's basically what I do every time I like make a little sketch video or a little sketch. I always like to post them and then post. Well, I like to show me making them, then posting them and getting your guys' reaction. Like, what do you think? So, yeah. But anyways, so I was just gonna talk about hi, Stray Kids, lover. How you doing? Um, yeah. Okay. So there's something though that kind of like made me realize that being in my 20s, I guess you can say I'm old. I'm old or something. You should try drawing anime characters. I have tried. I've actually tried once. Um, did not turn out the way I thought. Yeah, I definitely though. Well, here's the thing. I'm not gonna like give up doing that though. I'm definitely gonna like practice more. You know what I mean? Like I know for a fact I'm not gonna draw or paint or when it comes to anything art, I know for a fact it's not gonna be good the first time. If I just keep practicing though and practicing, then eventually I think, you know, I'll eventually get something. But yeah. But as of right now, me and doing animation art is very, very Hard. That's all I can say. Um, what is your favorite anime? Ooh, okay. Well, I haven't really been watching like a lot of anime recently, only just because I don't know why. I just haven't really like wanted to, but when I was a kid though, okay, when I was a kid though, I loved anime. Okay, when I was a kid, I loved anime. I still do to this day. But when I was a kid, I loved it. So one of the series that I used to watch, an animation series that I used to watch was a show called Ben 10. That was one of my favorite series. Um, I watched Ben 10 pretty often. um, that I actually like collected all like the action figures and all the aliens that Ben would turn into. And yeah, it was just like, wow. And I don't know why, but I feel like when my parents would always like see me around like all the Ben 10 action figures and all those Ben 10 like morphing aliens, they would, here's the thing though, they would obviously look at me and go like, so like, hold on. So we'd be in the store, right? We'd be in the store, just getting what we need. And then if me and my siblings were good, okay, if me and my siblings are good, um, then we could get a toy, we could get a toy. So whenever we'd reach the toy aisle though, but it only has to be when we were good in the store. So when we were good in the store, we could get a toy. And every time I went into the toy aisle, I always wanted something to do with Ben 10. And every time I do, I bought it. Well, yeah, I got it. They bought it, or I bought it with like money I saved. And I kid you not, every time I did buy something with Ben 10, my parents would just look at me and go, he ain't right. That was basically my parents raising me. Okay. Here's the thing though. Imagine though a little kid, okay, me being like 7, 8 years old, obsessed with Ben 10 as a child, that I literally, I don't know. I mean, no, wait, hold on. Imagine though having like a child like me back then. Imagine having like a child like me who was obsessed with anime so much as a kid, and yeah. Because here's the thing though, everyone I remembered as a kid, everyone else was like collecting Legos, was collecting like video games or stuff like that. Me, I was collecting any Ben 10 action figure when I was a kid. So, so yeah. I was definitely, I think my family might have thought that they were raising a nerd or something like that because I was also, not only did I love the Ben 10 animation series, but I also loved anything to do with like the supernatural, if that makes sense. Anything to do with the supernatural. Like for example, I love the show Ghost Adventures. I love the show Ghost Adventures that I used to watch as a kid, and Finding Bigfoot. And any other show that involved with like the paranormal or the supernatural. That was me as a kid. Basically anything like Alien or like I don't know how to explain it, but basically also like let's see. Ben 10 animation, Aliens. Oh, and also anything like Tim Burton related. Like anything, or at least has like a Tim Burton concept, because I love horror. Okay, if you know me, I love anything horror. I love horror movies. I remember the first time I watched The Conjuring. Um, well, technically, I watched Conjuring 2. I didn't watch the first Conjuring movie, I watched Conjuring 2. So, the first time I watched Conjuring 2, I was about 15, 14 or 15 years old, and I went to the movie theater. I watched it, and I loved it. And yeah. But however, though, here's the thing, though. So you know, like how, like in every anticipated moment, there's always like like you're waiting for something to happen, like a jump scare or like the monster to pop out or a stranger that's like already in the movie that's just a person or anything. Yeah. Every time that happened and I got scared, I kid you not, I would get such an adrenaline rush that I would end up laughing. And I had laughed a few too many times in the movie theater when that happened. And when I did, I remembered I was with some family, and it was either my stepbrother or my step cousin was right next to me, but someone was right next to me in my family. They were looking at me and they were going like, "Are you okay?" And then I would just be like, "Yes." And then they would just be like, "Okay." But yeah. Oh, so here's what we got so far now. Where are you? Ta-da. This is what we got so far. So yeah, so I'm definitely also going to be adding some color to this too, so no worries. Or at least some other details. But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved jump scares. They gave me such a thrill. And instead of being scared afterwards or having nightmares, I would be laughing my ass off. That is literally me. And then here's the weird part, and I don't know if like anybody else who also likes horror has this happen to them, but over time, like even when I became an adult and started watching more horror movies, um, honestly though, it's just I don't know how to explain it, but basically I just started to realize that there's a lot of horror movies that make sense to me, some that are based on true events and others that just don't make sense. Now, okay, you can hate me all you want. You can hate me all you want for what I'm about to say, but please understand that it's just like what I'm thinking. Okay. So, I'm basically talking like the few icons, like the few like spooky horror Halloween type icons. Now, one example is oh shoot, what did I forget? What's his name again? From the Scream movie, Ghostface. I think it was Ghostface. Ghostface. Please, please, please let me be right. Sorry, I always end up forgetting his name. I can't for some reason I thought his name was Michael Myers and then I'm like, "Wait, no. Michael Myers is the dude in the jumpsuit." No, okay. So Ghostface. Ghostface is who I want to talk about. So Ghostface. Okay. Now, can someone please explain to me like why Ghostface? Okay. Now I understand like underneath he's like a killer and all, but I have a few questions though that just don't make sense. Like for example, okay, whoever is underneath there, okay, they're running around, right? They're running around like chasing people, whatever. We've all seen the movies. But can someone please explain to me like how they haven't tripped? Like okay, like because they're wearing such like it's such like a long cloak. Like it even like there's even like bits of strips of like the cloth just like at their feet. And in my head, I'm always thinking, are they gonna trip? Whoever under there, are they gonna trip? Are they gonna trip or like fall on their face? Just wondering. Just wondering. And because here's the thing though, I know like that's a question and all, but I'm just wondering like have they like has no one like underneath there like ever tripped? And also another thing, what if like the person who's hiding underneath the ghost face costume, what if they have like their cell phone and the person they're chasing is like a friend or family member, but they try to call that particular family member and like the phone goes off in their pocket, like meaning they hear the phone ringing in whoever is in the ghost face costume's pocket, like, um, hello, that's something. That's something to think about. And also, there is another thing I do not get. There's also another thing I don't get. Okay, during the entire time they are running and they have like a mask on, obviously, right? And a giant cloak over their head. How are they not sweating? How are they not sweating like when they take off the mask? Because half the time, whenever I see them, or like almost a majority of the time, the person like reveals themselves, underneath the mask. They look like they didn't even like ran at all. They look like, because here's the thing, they're literally wearing a mask, so like they're literally like, you know, their skin's not breathing, and they're wearing a cloak and they're running around. Trust me when I say this. I'm asking this as a question because I remembered I dressed up as Ghostface when I was a kid. And we went trick or treating for one Halloween. I kid you not, I could not like I had to like always like lift up the mask and lift up the cloak that was on my head every time because I kept on like sweating. I kept on sweating and yeah, that's a that's a question I always had. Like, I mean, come on. Like, if that can happen to me, how come like who every time the ghost face killer is revealed, how come their faces don't even look like they even like sweated like even once? That's a general question I have to ask. Do you wear 100% cotton zip hoodies with a hood? Well, that's an interesting question. Do I wear cotton hoodies? Yes, I do wear like the fabric I wear is cotton. I also have a hoodie that does have a zipper too, but that one's a winter hoodie that I wear, and I have to wear it tomorrow because it's supposed to be like 47 degrees tomorrow because I live alongside the East Coast in the US, and half the time this weather either wants to give us warm days, cold days. Honestly, it's like a weird coin toss. But yeah. If you're asking if I wear like hoodies with like the fabrics being like cotton, yeah, some I do. Are you a Oh wait, am I atheist? No. Um, I I am I don't know how to explain it. Me and religion just have like for me, religion and I just have like a very complicated thing going on. Not saying so here's the thing though. I do believe that there is a God and I do believe there is a devil. I do believe there is a heaven and I do believe there is a hell. And I choose to believe that, there's no wrong way to, love God and, be religious. I mean, I do pray. For one example, I always pray like before I open up the serving area at my job because we get crazy busy for a majority of like a 3 hour period. So, yeah. So basically, yeah, I always say like a little prayer, and I also make sure to like say a little prayer for myself to get through the day, because I feel like that's important. Um, I know a lot of people might not think that way, but hey, that's what I do, okay? So please don't judge me for that. What state you live in? I live in North Carolina. I live in the state of North Carolina. We are one of the states that's like I guess you say like agriculture. I live in one of the agricultural states. Actually, where I live at, there's actually like some greenhouse fields where I live. So, yeah. And they're not that bad. Illinois. Ooh, Illinois. Hello there from Hello to Illinois. Sip. Sip. Okay, I'll have a drink. Yeah, I'm feeling thirsty. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, if you're wondering what this is, not sponsored, by the way, not sponsored. But it is called, hopefully I'm saying this right, Bai, and it's coconut and pineapple. But it's also weird because I have never really had coconut and pineapple together for a drink at all. But I decided to say, you know what, new year, new me, might as well try it, and haven't stopped. Sup? Okay, sup. How am I doing? I am doing okay. Um, Work is okay. My life is crazy at the moment. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff lately, a lot of big changes. But other than that, yeah, everything's either okay or same old, same old. Okay. Okay, so here's what I got so far. Here's what I got. Yep. Okay. So, let's see. So, one of the things, though, that has been going on in my life, for one thing, is the fact that I have been thinking about moving lately, but though I'm just having like an idea about that really because nothing's really like set in stone yet. So yeah, I'm still figuring that out. But yeah. I'm mostly like trying to do all that because I'm turning 25 in a few months. So might as well plan out like what I want for like the rest of my 20s like because I kid you not, I can't believe like I'm turning 25. By the king. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The king. Bye. Have a good day. So yeah, I'm turning 25 in May, which I can't believe it. I'm turning 25. I'm turning 25. I can't believe it. I'm turning 25. I'm gonna be hitting my quarter life, and it shocks me. I'm turning 25. And I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to think. Like, what exactly do I want to like feel like I accomplished turning 25? Um, and that answer is I don't know. Because here's the thing though, so far in my 20s, I have no idea like what exactly I've done. Um, you look dumb, but you're cool. I subscribe. Have a good one. Wow. You know, calling me dumb, even though my name is Dom, eh, truth be told, kind of feels like not much of an insult. I know, right? I'm turning 18 this year, and I am also shocked. Oh, please, you're still gonna be a teen. You're still gonna be a teen, even if you're 18, 19 year old. If you're 18, 19 year old, you are still a teen. Once you hit 20, that's when it's gonna hit you. Okay, because let me tell you this: the day that I turned 20, okay, the day that I turned 20, which was back in 2021, the day I turned 20, the first thing I did was say to myself, I can't believe I'm in my 20s. Like, that was my first thought. And also, I was a year away from being legally allowed to, have alcohol. But I rarely even have alcohol. So, yeah. Once you're 13, you're a teen. Am I right? Yes, when you're 13, you're a teen. I think it's like 10, 11, or 12, you're a preteen. So, yeah. However, though, I have a cousin, though. Like, I have a cousin, and he's turning 16. I have a cousin that's turning 16. 16 this year. And what shocks me is just the fact that like I've known him since he was a baby because we're 9 years apart. So I was born 2001, my cousin was born 2010. Yes, you heard that right. 2010. And he's turning 16. Like, oh my God. Where did the time go? Because one moment he's a baby, the next he's 16, learning how to drive and going to prom. And I'm just like, wow, time really does move by like so fast. Because here's the thing though, I do remember, are you a minor? No, I'm 24. I'm 24. I'm 24. I'm 24, but I turned 25 in May. I'm not a minor. I am not a minor, okay? I am not a minor. I'm in my 20s. I'm in my 20s, okay? I'm 24 currently. I'm 24 at the moment, but I don't turn 25 until May. So I still got about like 2-ish months because my birthday's on the 12th of May. That's the day I turned 25. And yeah. So it also kind of like, I don't know why people are like so shocked because half the time I talk to someone and they, hold on, I kid you not. I don't know what is wrong with me, but every time like, you look like a teen though. I don't know if it's cringe or not. I am not a teen. I'm not a teen. I am not a teen. My teen years, I will tell you this though. My teen years pretty much was a living hell. Just because, let's just say, a lot of drama wherever I went. That did not make sense to me. Also, when I was a teenager, um, yeah, it was just chaotic. That's all. And I ain't talking about hormones or anything like that. I'm talking about full-on family drama, friends drama, relationship drama. Not me, not the relationship drama. Let's face it. I'm gonna be honest. When I was in high school, nobody would want to date me like at all. Okay? I'm being honest. Nobody in high school would have ever wanted to date me, let alone in middle school or even elementary. So, yeah. Although I did end up with like two girlfriends though. That's about it. That's about it. I ended up with like two girlfriends and that's it. Everyone else that I knew could easily like get a girlfriend or a boyfriend like that. Meanwhile though, I I was just like, well, if no one's gonna like me, might as well just bury my face in a book and draw. Oh, and by the way, this is what I got so far now. So, yeah, um, basically elementary, middle school, and high school me, um, were not like nobody wanted to date me. Like nobody. Not even the not even so I'm bisexual too though. I'm bisexual, but I came out as bisexual in my 20s and I didn't really knew I was bisexual in my teens. Um yeah. Not even the occasional like, whenever like a guy would come up to me and I didn't know if like they were talking to me like they had a crush on me or what. But nope, not at all. So basically, let's say my dating life is weird. And I know for a fact I've talked about this many times, but like my dating life, I kid you not, um, I suck at it. I just generally suck at dating. Um, for many reasons, I think. One of the reasons though is that I don't know. It's hard to find good people these days because specifically like people, who understands me or gets me. but or they just want one thing. They just want to you know, just hit it. That's it. They don't want to date at all. They just want to go around just hitting on people, and that's it. So other than that, I ain't got no. That's pretty much my dating life. Nah, bruh, you are handsome. Aw, thank you. Thank you very much. Here's the thing though. I actually am trying to be like more. Did I mess this up? You know what? We'll get creative. Sorry, I'm trying to do something very creative, and I decided to do something where with the eyes. But yeah. So here's the thing though. When I was in high school though, okay, so me and my stepbrother, we are a year apart. Okay, he was born 2000, I was born 2001, but he was a grade above me while I was a grade below him. Um. So pretty much, however, though, we were very much different when it came to like, I guess, when it came to like the whole dating thing, whereas dating just seems like so easy, like he could easily like pick up anybody and like anything really like that. Me, on the other hand, I was more like just somebody who's like, uh, what do I do? Yeah. Meanwhile, my older stepbrother, he could easily understand what to do and just be like, "Well, let's do this." So, yeah. Basically, I guess I should say like I grew up with a brother who could easily get like men or women. Well, bye, gotta go. Bye. Have a good day. Take care and stay safe now. Yeah, so I don't know if like anybody has ever grown up with a sibling like that, but I definitely have, and let me tell you, it is not fun, okay? Because the next time like their ex is around, their ex would like come up to you and be like, "Why didn't your brother text me?" And I would always be like, "I don't know, you're his ex." I kid you not, though. That's actually true, by the way. I've had like maybe two or three of my stepbrother's exes come up to me and be like, "Why didn't your brother text me back last night?" And I would just be like, "I don't know. You go talk to him. You dated him, not me. He's my brother." Ugh. And yeah. Okay. Anyways, sorry. I'm currently like I said, I'm working on the eyes on this one. I think they're turning out okay. Tell me what you think. What's the time over there, brah? What's the time? It is currently 3:48 p.m. So it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Which means in about 12 hours I have to wake up for work soon because if you haven't already known, my job involves me waking up pretty early in the morning. But yeah, so here's what I got. Uh, um, I'm in America. I'm in America. I'm in the US. But anyways, what do you think? What do you think of the drawing or the sketch? I think it turned out pretty okay. Definitely some spots I'm gonna keep working on, but overall I think it turned out okay. Let's see here. What else should we talk about before I get off live here soon? Hello, my friend. Hello. Hey, I have a drawing to show you. Tell me what you think. So basically, this is a drawing of like a humanoid figure because I always draw humanoid figures, and basically, I decided to get creative with the eyes. So like one eye is obviously red and the pupil is black, whereas the other eye is black but the pupil is red. So yeah, I guess I had some weird I don't know what I don't know what you would call it, but basically I decided to get who I haven't seen in a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, so here is basically like overall, I would say like I'm pretty much like done with this for today, but I think it turned out okay. Is it true that you learned Spanish before English? Yes. Yes. Um, wow, I did not know you know that. Okay. Yes, that's actually very true. When I was young, when I was younger, meaning like when I was a baby, my mother would leave me with a woman, and a woman, she spoke very fluent Spanish. And basically, every time my mother had left me, because she had to go to work, the woman would basically, I would be around that woman pretty much like a majority of my day. And the woman, since she was very fluent in Spanish, basically, I would be speaking Spanish like immediately when my mother came back. And it wasn't until like, I mean, I did know English too. I did know English too, but it wasn't until like, I was like 4 years old or so um, that I was able to basically speak English. Um, and throughout the years, though, I've also learned other languages. I've learned sign language. I've learned a little bit of Chinese. Ni hao, ni hao ma, 我很好，你叫什么？我叫 Dom。谢谢，不客气。一、二、三、五、六、六。I think that means five. Um, Also, I recently started trying to learn Korean. 안녕하세요. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. 안녕하세요. Uh, che. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Che dom inida inida dom inida che dom inida. I'm trying to say my name is Dom. I'm trying to say my name's Dom. Um, 안녕하세요. I know for a fact means like hello. Although apparently I always feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong because half the time I don't know if I'm saying like the S as a Z or the Z as an S. I don't want souls? What? What does that even mean? I don't know. Do you want my soul? Do you want my soul? Um, I don't know if you want it. It's pretty much, I don't know. My soul is just, yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering what I'm eating now, and it's these thing called peelers. Peelers. So this one is the peach. Gummy. Here, you want one? Want one? Well, if you like peach. Is it? Yeah. Want some peach? Namaste. Wait, namaste. What was it? Namaste? Namaste? I think that's how you pronounce it. Namaste. I don't know if I'm doing that right, but hopefully I am. Well, yeah. I also have a some black licorice, and two bars. So these are peanut butter bars because I've been wanting to eat more peanut butter lately. So might as well like have them in like bar form. I mean, they do have like granola, so I like your necklace. Also, draw a mushroom. Maybe next time. Next time, I promise I'll draw a mushroom, okay? Although, wait, what'd you say? You wanted me to like make a mushroom design of what exactly again? Like, what is it? What was the mushroom again you said you wanted me to draw? Um, is it your profile photo of your mushroom? The mushroom profile you have right there as your username, right next to your username? Um, because I don't know, I could probably make it. Ordinary mushroom, red one. Ah. Well, I will tell you this though. The next time I go live, I will definitely consider making it a mushroom, but I'm gonna need you to show up on my live though. You got it right. Aw, thank you. Yeah, that's the thing about me. Whenever I learn a new language, I always end up wanting to make sure that I'm saying it right. Yeah, because learning a new language, let's face it, it is very hard to remember or like hard to pronounce. I mean, I mispronounce so many words in English already, because I was also in speech therapy as a kid. So yeah. How old are you, bro? I am 24. I'm turning 25 in May. So I am 24, 24, but I turn 25 in May. So, yeah, do with that information if you will. Okay. So I am gonna be ending the live here soon, but before I do, I do want to say that I normally go live here. I normally go live like every Saturday and Sunday, you know. So if you want to know the days I go live every Saturday and Sunday around 3 p.m. Eastern Time here in the US. So if you want to know, you now know, and also make sure you hit the alarm bell so you can be notified when I do go live also. Let's see, what else? Okay, so I also post some random short videos here and there. So if you ever want to, want to know what I post throughout the week, just know I post random short videos. Some of them are Bob's Burgers, or most of them are Bob's Burgers content because I love Bob's Burgers, or they're also astrology content that I'm recently trying to post more here. But yeah. Um, and also I will have this posted, okay? I will have this posted later today. I will have this posted later today, so that way, you can, yeah, you can check it out and tell me what you think, what would you've done differently, and what would you name it? Besides the fact that I put "Where are you?" And literally right there. Oh my God, you're working? Yes, I've had a job since, I've had the same job right now since 2024. It's been 2 years. So, although apparently I do have like, I guess you can say like a contract that expires soon, and I either have to renew it or basically think about a different career path. But, mm, receipt, what? Okay, well. Thank you again to everyone who has joined my live stream. I hope you have a wonderful day and or night. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and watch me go live every Saturday and Sunday, and also post random short videos throughout the week. I have been trying to like do more Dom Kills journals lately, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a series like where I record my life. But yeah, I've been very much slacking in that lately, so I've been trying to figure out ideas. Also, before I go, I'd like to list off I guess it's like my top fans on here. At number one, we have at Mushroom, It's not saying the full thing for me, but it's at Mushroom. Congratulations, you are number one. At number two is Fair. Hopefully, I'm saying your username right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm very sorry. At number two is Ferez Firo. You're number two. Number three is a bad. Okay. Hopefully I said your username right. At number four, we have Mariana Andre 2670. You're number four. And at number five, we have Darshini. Darshini. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm very sorry. At number five, we have Darshini underscore dev. Congratulations, you are number five. And hopefully I said that right. If I said it wrong, I'm very sorry. But yeah, thank you again for joining my live stream. I will hope see you again on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time here in the US. Thank you again to everyone for joining. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I love you. Mwah. Bye.